Hello everyone, I'm Rob Mithra. Welcome back, episode 3, Townsfolk Tussle. We're just going to jump right into it. So you can see everything here is all set up. There was some mistakes made, not that weren't good ones, they actually hurt me. When I reset everything up here, I noticed I should have had one more HP with Quintus because I didn't take the weapon I had bought that gave him -1, and then I never reset it back. The other thing was, it was pointed out that I accidentally gave 10 coins instead of 6 coins after the fight. I don't know what to do about that, but I got it this time. I only gave the 6 coins like you're supposed to, so I don't know how to fix that. Doesn't really matter, I don't think, because I don't think we ended up spending all the money, and then I think we ended up losing some of it because of a town event or something. I forget what happened. Things ended up costing 2 more during a town event, so I probably wouldn't have had as much. There's a whole bunch of stuff that would have happened. It's just a mistake. The other thing is, it was also pointed out that targeting is when there's people who are tied, you do a roll off for targeting. Yeah, that's I just have to remember that. There's so many rules that are so similar to KDM that sometimes I just forget that they're different in this game. So I don't know what it would have affected. I can't remember. But that's also another thing. So here we are fighting Virginia Fitz. I've got everything all set up again. I've already discarded, sat down, thought to myself with all defeats. So I'm not going to go over the feats. Most of the time, when I do get them, I'll show them. So I'll just do the town events now. So 1, 2, 3, doesn't matter. Blopsy twins are first with the town event. So Kitty Savior. So this is a small cottage is on fire, most likely from a no-good ruffian. You see a frightened kitty on the roof. It looks like it's in trouble. Consumable owned. This is what I say for Blopsy twins. They do not own a consumable. Does it say if any? Consumable owned. No, it doesn't. No consumable owned. You scaled a nearby tree and reached for the kitty, but it looks confused. You swiftly jump down to the ground, leaving you looking like a jump. Discard an unaccomplished feat of metal. Okay? So now they have to discard an unaccomplished feat of metal, so let's go to the Blopsy twins. If you are involved in a tie for targeting, and you are chosen, so we'll leave that one. Personally, trigger 2 ruffian breakpoints. That might be possible. And it doesn't say a random one, right? Discard 1 unaccomplished. So I get to choose. Take damage from a ruffian when the target is none or targets multiple townsfolk. I guess I'll get rid of the bite the bullet one. The one that it does, if you were chosen at random for the target of a tie, whatever. Because it doesn't do damage to the ruffian. That's pretty much what... Or it does do 1 damage to the ruffian, but so do these other ones. One gives me +3 movement, which is really good if I do accomplish that, because then I can just keep lowering it for the blast. Speaking of which, I didn't reset these. So, movement. What else do I have? I don't have any plus movement, so he's still just 1 here. I do have something that gives +1 mox, so we should be at 4 moxie. And accuracy goes all the way back up to 1. Okay. So there's that. Now, let's go with the next, which is Quintus. He's the next secrets. I'm not going to do secrets. Okay. Death Grip. Teen finds a burly fella crushed beneath a pile of rubble. Okay, so here's this one. He is lifeless. His lifeless hands are still gripped tightly around his weapon. Perhaps you can pry it from his cold, dead hands. In buying order, each townsfolk may roll plus their maximum HP and plus maximum mox. Okay. In buying order. So, Norman goes first. I actually just realized I did these in beating order. So Norman should have done towns first, but whatever. What can you do? So in buying order, Norman, who's got 6 HP. So it's his 6. So he gets +8 to this. So here's +8 to this. So that's going to be a 9. You pull back, but no luck. Okay. buying order now is Quintus. So he has 5 plus Mox is 2. Right? Accuracy goes up 1, yeah. So, but I say, yeah, he has 2. Plus 1 movement, plus 1 movement. This should be here. 7 movement. Okay. Oh, wow. He only gets plus 2. He can't even do it. I don't even know why I rolled. He doesn't have a chance. You need 15 plus. So if I can't get 15 plus, I'm not even going to roll. Okay. Moxie is 4 and 5. 4 and 5 is 9. So this Blopsy twins could get it. They'd need a 6. And they didn't get it. Okay. So nothing. Last one now. Norman for the town events. Free samples. You stumble across a free sample stand. Abandoned during all the commotion. Might as well help yourself. Receive the first piece of consumable gear from the peddler deck. So that's free samples. Very simple one. First consumable gear, Norman. Not. Sucks. Oh man, Bard's ukulele. Man, I wish I would have gotten that. Soup. 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 I think I'm actually. When am I actually supposed to replenish the actual thing? Because these, I think all these 8, rather than me going through the entire thing and then discarding these, I wonder if I'm supposed to replenish the thing like right away. Let me see. It doesn't tell me when I'm supposed to draw the cards there. So what was she at? 3 players. She's got 6 movements and 15. So I'm just going to say these 8 because I just don't want to draw new ones. So these 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this 10th one here. Okay, these 10 will just be the ones I'm going to keep for the shop. And now we'll draw for the stupid consumable. No. 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 Oh my gosh. No. This has to be a consumable. Nope. Looked consumable. Nope. Nope. Oh my gosh. Nope. 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 Oh my gosh. No, there it is. Hard liquor. Oh my gosh. There's so many cards in there. I'm just going to shuffle them up and put them back because I don't want to have to discard all those. So like half the deck. Okay. So we got the first one. Discard hard liquor. You lose 2 accuracy, but your attacks deal +1 damage for the rest of the fight. That's pretty good. So, with that said, now we'll just go through these 10 here. I didn't really look at them. I know Bard's ukulele's in here, which is great. I do want this one. I don't know. Is it cheating that I kind of looked at them and then decided to say them? All right, I'll shuffle all these up and then draw 10. Just in case that was kind of cheating. I don't know when I was supposed to actually draw them, the gear cards. I think I was probably supposed to fill them when the town phase starts, so the first 10 would have been then. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to shuffle them up now, so it's not cheating. We'll put them all back. Okay. Now we draw 10 new ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And whatever in here is what we're getting. Hey, Bard's ukulele is not in there. Okay, so of these, let's go with petty theft. It may take an item worth 5 coins or less. So let's see what we can get with petty theft. Nothing. Okay, there's nothing in here for petty theft. All right. So now it goes Norman, who would really benefit from a better weapon. Looks like he's going to get that. This weapon may attack... Wow. Hot dog skewer. This weapon may attack up to 5 times per turn. How much moxie does he have? He only has 2 Moxie, so it doesn't. This Pockdog Skewer is not super great for Norman. This weapon may attack 3 times per turn, but can only roll 1 critical. Again, same thing. The Jab and Dagger is also not super great for Norman. Wow. Crown of Order. Ranged weapons, Spicy Gunpowder. Your ranged weapons gain +2 range. Man, that's really good. If a townsfolk within 3 squares of you takes damage, you may immediately move 5 squares. Safety Blanket. Heavy Overalls. Whenever you take damage, gain 1 movement for the fight. That'd be pretty good for Blopsy Twins, because then they can keep lowering it for the Crystal Ball. Okay, so he's going to take Fiery Stick. Norman's just going to buy this. Actually, he's not going to buy this. He's only got 10 money. Oh, no. So 10 money. What can he even get for 10? He can't really buy anything for 10 here. Chest gear. Townsfolk with range weapons gain +2. Well, I don't really have a ranged weapon. So Jab and Knife he could hit twice with, but it could only crit once. I guess it's better than his Dog Leash. Well, no, if I sell the Dog Leash for 5, I could still buy the Fiery Stick. So I'll do that. I'll sell the Dog Leash for 5. So selling the Dog Leash is worth 10. I'll sell it for 5. Okay, so he'll get 5. Pay 14 now for the Fiery Stick, which is good for Norman. He desperately needed to be doing more damage than he was because I was killing the other one's so slow. So now he got himself Fiery Stick, which is really great. So he could just attack and do 2 damage pretty likely. So that's great for Norman. So that's what Norman's buying, Fiery Stick. Now, Quintus Pinch, who's got a ton of money. He's got 5, 13, 6, 17. Could he buy? He could buy a lot. Do I want to keep the penny thing? The penny pinchetti thing is really good. It's 1 mox, 3 accuracy, 1 damage. Receive 2 coins when dealing damage with this weapon, but lose 1 coin when you take damage. It's really good. Its accuracy is really good. He's got leg gear. He could chest gear, accessory. Nope. Headgear. Oh, this headgear would be great because it's +1 accuracy. If I had a whip or a gun. No guns here. I should get the... Maybe if I get the Crown of Order, what would I do? +1 accuracy would be really good for him. I guess I should buy the +1... Because he doesn't really need the movement. He's got so much movement. So I'll sell the Aviator Glasses for 4. So, selling for 4... Actually, no. I don't want to sell because I don't want to be stuck with, like, no money. So, I'll just buy the crown for 10, which is fine. And I'll keep this. So I'm never stuck with, like, no money. So then I buy this for 10. Quintus, and then instantly accomplish a feat of metal. So I'll do this one with the thingy here. We're not going to reset the shop, so I'll just accomplish this. So therefore, it's now accomplished. He gains 3. Now, let's see here. So now it goes to Blopsy Twins, who have the headstone here, which is really good. 3 mox, 4+ accuracy. Skeletons reach out from the ditch. Deal 2 damage to a ruffian within 3 squares of the dangerous ditch. Use once per fight. There is no dangerous ditch here. I'll just keep it for now. So they have 10. What could they get for 10? Their chest gear is not super great. Range weapons +2. +3 max HP. When you take damage when receiving, no. +3 max HP. I don't know what to get with them. Man, or the sure shot crossbow is like crazy. But the thing I'm doing with the crystal ball seems to be pretty good. So they seem to be fine on weapons here. If I could just get them something else. They can't even actually equip this because the other thing's two-handed. It just might be better to use the bolstering bullhorn, though. Whenever you take damage, you gain... So I guess I should buy the slickback here, because whenever they take damage, they gain 1 movement, and then that'd be something I could just continually lower. So can I get to 20 somehow? I don't think so. Oh, man, I'm so convinced that the bolstering bullhorn's probably better because it makes everyone else deal 1 extra damage. It's probably better than me just dealing 3 with the club every 2 turns. So maybe it's worth selling the barbaric club. It does cost 3 mox to use. That's also like really ridiculous. Well, so the heavy tombstone also costs 3 mox to use. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the barbaric club. So if I sold that, I'd get 4. I'd be able to buy the slickback, which would give me 1 movement whenever I took damage. Doesn't seem very good, though. I think I'd rather the 3 HP. But then -1 mox. Yeah, I think I'll take the... Oh, man, selling the barbaric club just doesn't seem very good, but I'd want to use this lively headstone. How much money does Quintus have left? So 4... It's 8. He has 10 left, so he would get... You get 3 more coins at the end of the thing. Kind of feel like Quintus probably needs this extra health, though. Yeah, I don't know what to buy with them. This chest gear. Whenever Townsfolk within 3 squares of you takes damage, you may immediately move 5 squares. Might be better than the cloth wrappings. Man, these weapons are not super great. The fiery stick was great, but this other stuff is just not great. I mean, I guess I'll buy the chest gear. So 5, 7. Get the safety blanket. That way, if I lower all their movement like completely with this stuff, then like I can still. So we're gonna take off the barbaric club. I'm gonna use the bullhorn and the tombstone. All right, I think they're good now. So yeah, they're all good. Now back to Quintus, who's going to buy the heavy overalls, which plus 3 HP, -1 mox, which doesn't matter. He only needs 1 mox. He can't do his teleport, which is fine. I wasn't really going to use it anyway. So, he's going to lower 1 mox. He's going to, how much did I say he has? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. He's going to sell this for 4. So he's selling this for 4, and then that will give him enough to buy this, because that costs 14. So that'll be all of his money. And then that will be the end, the best we can do here. So selling all that, getting all that, all this off, and then this will give us plus, how much max? So it's going to be 2 more. So it puts him at 7 health, comes down to 1 moxie. That's fine. All the rest of the stuff I'm just not going to buy. So that's the end of that long face. Sorry, I couldn't figure out what it is exactly I wanted to do. I mean, most importantly, we needed a better weapon for Norman. That was it, pretty much. And this other stuff, I just don't know. With the Bullhorn, I think we can make Norman do a lot better. So I think we're good. We'll make Norman and Quintus do better. That will be our goal here. Always standing by Norman and Quintus to make them do more damage. And then we'll try to hit with the Lively Tombstone. I think that's a better thing than using the automatic 3 damage. And we can always switch to it if it comes down to that. So, with that, Virginia Fitz time. So, we've got everything set up here. You can see. Let's go ahead and we will draw our first card for Virginia Fitz. Now, Virginia Fitz, whenever she does multiple attacks, she's going to deal damage to people adjacent to her, because that's what her Trollmaker is. Yeah, if Virginia Fitz would take a second action on her turn, she deals 1 damage to all non-adjacent townsfolk. So we want to be as adjacent to her as possible. So, closest non-adjacent townsfolk for Looming Knife. Closest non-adjacent townsfolk. Move towards that townsfolk. Keep this card in front of them. When their action deck are... Keep this card in front of the target. When the action deck is reshuffled, they are struck with the damage for 1 damage. Okay, so this doesn't do any damage to them. So we'll just have it be Quintus. Because why not, right? Because he's the closest. Non-adjacent, so this just goes to Quintus. So 1, 2, 3. She's got 6 movement. So this is going to go to Quintus. We're going to keep this card in front of him. And whenever it's reshuffled, he's going to take a damage, which is fine. Now the Blopsy twins are in beating order, so they're going to go here, which is adjacent, because they 1, 2 to get adjacent to Quintus now. They actually have 4 movement, but they can't do anything else, so get to 1, 2. Townsfolk adjacent to you deal 1 or extra damage, which is great. I guess they're going to Crystal Ball. So we do this. We lower their accuracy. No, yeah, we lower their accuracy first. No, we'll lower their movement first, because we might be able to just move multiple times with the free movement with the safety blanket. So we can lower our movement all the way down. So we lower the movement to look at the next card. So the next card is closest non-adjacent townsfolk. If the target is within 4 squares, they take 1 damage. Then they play the next card in the action deck. So that would hit... well, no. Okay, we'll see what happens with this. We'll leave this one on top. I think I can play around it. So I think I know how to play around it. So what we need to do now is Fiery Stick. No, now it's Quintus. So with Quintus, we're going to just outright attack right now. So his accuracy is 0. Penny's coins plus 3. So we're just going to attack. So on a 3+, we do 1 damage, or 2 damage. So that's a 6. We do 2 damage, brings her down to 13. We do 2 because of the boasting bullhorn. And we'll move 1 space to here now. Next, it's actually +1 accuracy. I don't know why I didn't move this up. So it would have been a 2+. Next, Norman, who's going to move here to be adjacent. Yeah, he was here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? He has 5 movement. Oh, he's only got 4 movement. 2, 3, 4, because we just want him to be adjacent. We don't exactly need the +1 damage yet. So now he's got, so it's 4 plus accuracy. So on a 2+, he's going to deal 2 damage. So he whiffed. So we do nothing. Great. So do nothing. That's exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping to trigger the break, actually, but that's okay. Now, this one, the Knife Fling. Closest non-adjacent townsfolk, which is going to be the Blopsy twins. So just going to move her there. That's going to push Norman. So closest non-adjacent townsfolk. Ranged attack. Its target's within 4 squares. They take 1 damage. And then the next card's going to play. So they're going to take 1 damage, which is fine. And then... what is it? Oh, now Quintus isn't adjacent. I shouldn't have moved him. I was hoping to end with everybody adjacent. We play a second action card on a turn. She first deals 1 damage to all non-adjacent townsfolk. So Quintus takes a damage. Now, the Blopsy twins can move if they want to. So they'll move to here, so they're adjacent to Norman. Actually, they don't need to... Okay, actually, Quintus got a coin for doing a damage. Then he lost a coin for taking a damage. Okay, so he's got 1 coin left. Oh man, I played this so wrong. This was a bad play. I should have not even moved Quintus. Okay. Now we play the next card. Target none. Attempt to move completely into the nearest dense woods, which I think is going to be behind her. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so they're both 4, so I'll just move the one behind her. Attempt to move completely into the nearest dense. At the start of Virginia's next action, any townsfolk that is not within 2 squares of Virginia takes 2 damage from a falling knife. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she can move all the way in there because she got sick movement. And then attempt to move... Okay, at the start of Virginia's next action, any townsfolk that is not within 2 squares of Virginia takes 1 damage. Okay, so we just got to get... Well, it's not even going to really make a difference. So the Blopsy twins, can they get within 2 squares? I don't think so. Their movement is 3. They can do 1, 2, 3, so they're not going to be able to get within squares. Quintus Binch has a ton of movement, 7. So for the dense woods, what is it? It costs 2 movement to enter the dense woods. 1, 2... We'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get to there. That way she's still within 2 squares. And then Norman, who's going to have range +2 to all his melee things. So not going to be enough. How much movement does he have? 4 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not going to be enough. Is it all? Any townsfolk. Okay. So I think I can get her to be targeted. Yeah, take... yeah, so this bad break is what I'm going to trigger now with this, because this thing here is going to take it so anybody... It's any townsfolk not within 2 damage. So that's going to be this thing here, which is take damage from a ruffian when the target is none or targets multiple. So this targeted multiple. It targeted any within or not within 2. So it's going to be the start of her action, which is right now. This falls onto the Blopsy twins, brings them down to 3. They're going to archive this feat. Or no, they're going to complete this feat. So there they go, and they're going to get 2 coins for doing so. Okay. Now they're going to draw a card. Bloop. Action deck's not reshuffled yet. Okay, so reposition. Turn around and move forward. If Virginia collides with the townsfolk, trigger the after effect. If not, play the next card in the action deck. Okay. So she's going to turn around and move forward, so that's going to put her here. This is just not good. Now she's going to play the next card in the action deck. Okay, Virginia would take a second action on her turn. She deals 1 damage to all non-adjacent townsfolk within 4 squares. No one's within 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no one's within 4 squares, so it doesn't matter. Now she draws the next card. Target, closest non-adjacent townsfolk. That's Quintus. Ranged attack. If the target was within 6 squares, they take 1 damage. Move Virginia towards the farthest townsfolk. Okay, so as you can see here, closest, that's Quintus. If the target is within 6 squares, they take 1 damage. And then she's going to move towards the farthest. So they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to take 1 damage. Now I could move, and then, what is it? Move towards farthest. And then the after effect, which is The blade ricochets off the target, dealing 1 damage to all townsfolk within 3 squares of the target. So that's nobody. Okay, and then now she's going to move towards the farthest, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she gets to there. Which would have been perfect had she not been... Or no, that's still perfect. She's not going to trigger a break. We're still good here. So, now it is the Blopsy twins. So, take a second action on her... Deal 1 damage to all non-adjacent townsfolk within 4 squares. So, let's get... Where can Quistis can get anywhere. So, let's move Blopsy twins to here. And then they're going to do their ability to look at the next card. This is target all adjacent townsfolk. Virginia commands the targets... Not engaged. All targets are pushed 3 squares from Virginia, then play the next card in the action deck. So Forced March, we're not going to do that. We're going to just put that at the bottom. Alright. Now, it's Quintus' turn. So Quintus can go 1, 2, 3 to get 4 to get to here. Now he will attack. +3 accuracy. Or no, he lost his other coin because he took another damage. So +2 to hit for 2 damage. 3. That's going to do 2 damage, brings her down to 11, triggers her break. Ha! The 2 targets townsfolk. Okay. If they're all townsfolk. Okay, range attack. All targets within 6 squares take 1 damage. All targets within 6 squares. So that's going to be Blopsy twins and Norman are going to take 1 damage. If Virginia's weakness is active, it's not. Then move Virginia towards the farthest townsfolk, which is Norman. Or actually, it doesn't matter. They're both. I'm going to have to roll off. Okay, so we're going to have to do this roll off here. Target 2 townsfolk, which is Blopsy twins and Norman. They're both 2 spaces away. So I'll have to roll off. And then all targets within 6 squares take 1 damage. If Virginia... so it's just going to be the... Oh, no. So it is the 2 targets. So it doesn't matter. I have to roll off. And then each one of them is going to take 1 damage. And then... if Virginia is weak, turn things not. Then move Virginia 1 space forward. Pretty much just move her 1 space forward, and then Quintus and Norman take, or no, the Blopsy twins and Norman take 1 damage and 1 damage. Okay, now, now Quintus already went, so he got his 2 coins, and he triggered a break. Now we move here with Norman. So he's adjacent to the Blopsy twins, but he's still got 2 range, because all his melee weapons have extra 2 range. It's going to be a 2+ with a fiery stick. So that is a 6+. That's going to do 3 damage, because they get +1 from the pulsing bullhorn. Fiery stick does 2. It's 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Brings her down to 8. And then that's the end of the turn. Okay. Now, it's her turn. Tendon Tatterer. Okay. Closest non-adjacent townsfolk. That's Norman. Range attack. If the target is within 6 squares, deals 1 damage. Move Virginia towards the farthest townsfolk, which would then be Quintus. After effect, keep this card in front of the target. Your Achilles tendon is gushing. Whenever you move 4 squares in a single turn, you take 1 damage. So we just don't move... So Norman's going to take 1 damage, okay? We don't move anymore. So she's going to move here. Or no, she's not going to move to target Norman. She just targets him. Because he is within 6 squares, and then moving towards her, because he was also the furthest. Okay. And now he can't move more than 4 squares, which is fine. We were just going to be all cluttered up anyway, because everybody's so close to get the +1 damage from the bullhorn. So, that's the end of this. Now... Quintus cannot get the +1, but he could trigger the break. Yeah, it's fine. So he's gonna have to move just 1 forward just to trigger this break here. So everybody's all adjacent. So he's gonna trigger the break, which would trigger her second action on a turn now. I'm assuming he's gonna trigger it. It's a 2+. 4, that is going to be 1 damage. It's going to trigger the break. She's down to 7. He's going to gain 2 coins. Everybody is adjacent. Oh, what am I doing? So it's going to trigger the break. Everybody's adjacent. It deals 1 damage to non-adjacent, so everybody is adjacent. Lingering Hypnosis. Closest townsfolk. That's everybody. Move towards the target. She doesn't have to move. Trigger the after effect, then play the next card in the action deck. Okay, that's fine. Virginia's Glare fills the target's mind with doubt and confusion. Keep this card. So we're going to have to roll off, because everybody's... Alright, so we have to roll off, and then keep this in front of them. So first Norman. Lois is who it's going to target, okay? Blopsy twins. And Quintus. Okay, Blopsy twins. Now they keep this card in front of them. Whenever you whiff, they're not really going to whiff, so they're never really going to roll dice. So, that's fine. We'll just say play the next card in the action deck. Okay, play the next card in the action deck. Come back to Mama. This all adjacent townsfolk. Not great. The knives slice through the air and back into Virginia's pocket, slashing everyone nearby in pieces. Reshuffle the action deck. All targets take 1 damage. Okay, so everybody's going to take 1. Then we're going to reshuffle. If there are 4+ townsfolk on the board, there are not. Okay, so now she's going to reshuffle. Now this looming knife is going to take effect. So keep this card in front of the target. When the action deck is reshuffled, they are struck with an airborne knife for 1 damage. So Quintus takes 2. He comes down to 3. Everyone else takes 1. Norman comes down to 3. Blopsy twins come down to 1. And we reshuffle the action deck. Not looking great for anyone. It's going to trigger... We're going to trigger another break now. Well, that was 1 break. We're probably going to trigger another one, is what I was going to say, because she's going to go down from 7 to 4 when Norman attacks. Which is going to be not great. Okay. Actually, what I can do... So, that was Quintus who triggered that. Now it's going to be Norman who goes... Norman's going to attack with the fiery stick. He's going to hit on a 2+, so if he does hit, it's going to bring her down to 4. Okay, so that's a 3. She's going to do 3 damage because he's adjacent to the Blopsy twins. 1, 2, 3. It's going to trigger yet another break. She's down to 4. So this is closest non-adjacent townsfolk. That's nobody. I guess this does nothing. This does nothing. Closest non-adjacent townsfolk. There is no target. She does nothing. Everyone's standing next to her. Yes, does nothing. Knife fling does nothing. No target. Okay, well now it's her turn. Reposition. Not this one again. Target, none. Turn around and move forward. If Virginia collides with the townsfolk, trigger the after effect. If not, play the next card. Virginia trips over a townsfolk, resulting in a bloody mess. She lands on one of her blades, slicing 3 of her fingers off clean. Virginia's weakness is now active. Remove this card from the game and play the next card in the action deck. So what's her weakness? So her weakness is whenever the action deck is reshuffled, Virginia takes 1 damage. Okay. So that's now weak. So turn around and move forward. If Virginia collides with it, so she would right away. So I'm assuming this stops her movement. So she pushes. Well, I'm gonna push him here. Trigger the after effect. Okay, Virginia's weakness is now active. Remove this card from the game and then play the next card. Okay, so she's going to play the next card. This is a new turn, so she's playing a second card in her action. This would be now for her Troublemaker. Virginia would take a second turn, deal 1 damage to all non-adjacent. So now Norman takes another damage because this is her second turn of the new round. No escape. The 2 farthest townsfolk. Okay, there's 1. All targets within 6 squares take 1 damage. Okay, so Norman's going to take another damage. One of the blades falls short, and a target of your choice... Wait. Oh, actually, here we go. So it is her weakness. Here we go. What is her weakness? Oh, it's when it's reshuffled. Okay. So, this is target the 2 farthest townsfolk, which is going to be just Norman. So it's only going to target the 1. Range attack. All targets within 6 squares take 1 damage. If Virginia's weakness is active, one of the blades falls short, and a target of your choice does not take damage. Then move Virginia towards the farthest townsfolk. So she's just going to move 1 space forward, and Norman's going to not take damage. So she's just going to do this, and then he's not going to take damage, because I can choose for them not to take it. Okay. That's that. So now I guess Quintus, Blopsy Twins first. Well, Blopsy Twins are just going to discard their remove 2 counters from this card. Your next attack this turn is an automatic hit regardless of accuracy roll. So as long as I don't roll, well, it's an automatic hit regardless of accuracy roll, but I need to actually roll this time just in case I roll a 1 and this lingering hypnosis takes effect. Okay, 5. It's not a 1. So lingering hypnosis doesn't take effect. Discarding Crystal Ball, or not discarding the tokens on Crystal Ball. Automatic hit for 2 damage. So she goes down from 4 to 2. Now it's Quistis. Moves here. Yeah. And then just attacks, I guess. So it's on a 2+. That's a 3. So he's going to gain 2 coins. Actually, you know what? I think I should have lost 2. I'm just going to put 2 coins. How much damage did I take? 1, 2. Yeah, I should have lost 2 coins when I took 2 damage. So I'm just going to not gain coins this round. So he just did 1 more damage, and I'm just not going to take... So she's at 1. Now Norman's going to attack with a 2+. Or no, I think he can just spend 2 Moxie to deal 1 damage to a Ruffian within 3 squares. So he's just going to do this. Not even attack with it. Just spend his 2 damage to deal 1 damage, and that's going to kill her. So I don't even have to roll to do that. So that's just going to do the final damage to her. Okay. This was... Right? Oh, this was just removed from the game. So... Alright. Did anybody even... Nope, he didn't complete it. Well, how much is this points worth? So he got 1 point. Everybody's alive, so I need to see... This is just a lingering effect. It didn't take effect. She did complete 1. Hers was worth 0 points for the Blasty Twins. Did Norman complete anything? I don't think he did. Deal 2+ damage to the Ruffian in a single turn with weapons. He did do this. So he gets 2 points. 2 coins. I didn't even look at the feats. Deal 3 damage to Ruffian in a single turn. He did do that. It's also worth 2 points. He gets 3 money. Enter a terrain feature current... No, so he didn't do this. But he got a ton of points. He got 3 points. So he's going to get one of her cards, which are over here. So, one of her cards now. That'll be the person who gets it. Norman. Let's go. Let's hope for... Well, he got a pretty good weapon. Let's hope for something that's not a weapon. He has nothing else. So, here we go. I'm just going to take this one. Irresistible Perfume. It's one-handed. Well, Fire Stick's two-handed, so this sucks. I'm just going to have to sell it. But we'll see what it does. Irresistible Perfume. If you would take damage, you may have an adjacent townsfolk take the damage instead. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of money. That's just a lot of money. Bam. Okay, so those... That's it. That was really weird, because you just wanted to stay as close to her as possible. So it wasn't much of, like... There wasn't much tactics to this. You just... I guess that is the tactic to it. Make sure you're always adjacent to her, so whenever she draws another card, you're not taking damage. I guess that was the tactic, but it just results in a lot of, let's cluster together, not move, and just roll dice. Either way, super entertaining. Virginia Fitz, she's pretty neat. She does a lot of, like, extra turns, so it can be rough, but I pretty much didn't interact with anything because I didn't want to move around much, because if I wasn't near her, you either wanted to be really far away from her, but then you can't do any damage because I don't have any ranged attacks, or I'm going to be right next to her. And I have everybody has melee, and that's how I've been gearing my people, so I just want to be right next to her. Either way, going on to Handsy for the final fight. Hopefully we can trigger the special win condition. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the Handsy fight.